Good morning, y'all. Sorry, I was reading some work stuff. All right, so yesterday we were working on that SQL query at the end of the morning, and we were getting pretty close. I noticed that at the very end of the stream yesterday, that the SQL query that gets logged here, this one right here, we have this subselect, and it is doing something pretty wonky here. Something that I didn't really expect. If we look at what this logs, how can I do this? I can just run this file. Change lib source lib server drizzle. Let's see here. And then if we do bun run queries, we should get a log of this. And if we grab this, there's extra placeholders in here, which doesn't seem right. Well, it's not right. There should be one placeholder. Oh shit. Is that broken? All right. Let me kick the server. Let's see here. Let's find out if this is a Twitch problem or a Spotify problem. We want to bet? I know where I want to put my money. Oh! No active device found. Okay. I know how to fix this. That should fix that. All right, try requesting a song again. Yeah, here we go. We see it synchronizing now. There we go. That's something. You can see that it just like doesn't find an actually playing device, which is weird. All right, whatever. Fucking Spotify. All right, this SQL is what gets generated from. Let's see here. What is the best place to format this? Maybe we can come in here and do like a like a vnew. Vnew, and we'll set the, damn it, we'll set the file type to SQL. Paste that in, and let's see if we can format this. No, we can't, of course. All right, we'll ask AI to format this. In fact, that's what this is. That's what the Chinese writing came from that I tweeted about yesterday. So the weird thing here is that it's adding multiple placeholders, one on user ID, which is what we would expect, right? If we come in here, we would expect a placeholder here, and that's the only place we would expect a placeholder. We select that from report. Like, that looks good here. Limit to. This is weird that this is like, it inserted a placeholder for the limit, which is weird. And then the other place, inner join, report ID, it put another placeholder here. He wanted me to do it. That's 30 seconds of my life. My turtleneck sweater. Doesn't matter, I had sex. Doesn't matter, I had sex. Dude, Drizzle, this says it's a legit. What the fuck, dude? Are you guys seeing this? Theoretically, I can do get SQL on that. Can I just keep chaining it? Jesus. This, like, is not good. Listen, the project is open source. Listen, I will gladly accept and review pull requests from you guys to my Twitch stuff. I just have other things I want to work on. This is with a pile of manure. And my turtleneck sweater. Bro, I have no idea how to do this. This feels insanely broken.
Functions describe the world.
What does this even want? Dude, I hate this. This is so stupid. Alright, this is really dumb. We're gonna try to just write the raw SQL here because this is super stupid. Let's go look at the Drizzle docs one more time. Make sure I am not doing anything absurdly stupid, which I don't think I am. This is the kind of thing that, like, Drizzle just annoys me with. Alright, I've had enough of this one. Whoever requested throw code is a legend. Dude, unders don't gas up Kraut. That's the last thing we need is Kraut's ego getting boosted. Select from subquery. Just like in SQL, you can embed queries into other queries using the subquery API. I don't believe you. Subqueries can be used in any place where a table can be used. For example, in joins. Bro, this is so stupid. I don't know how this works. This is stupid. All right, how do I just prepare magic SQL operator? This is the problem with ORMs. The minute they don't work, they are a much bigger headache than they should be. So this is the query I want. Yoink that. We're gonna come in here, we're just gonna do this, paste that in there. And what can I do? Can I prepare this? No. I need to inline params. I don't even know what that does. Dot I wonder if this has to be just a function that I have to pass. Like, how do I use this then? Right, like, do I get anything off of this? To query, do we just do that? I don't understand this. Is there a db.execute? There is. So would I just take that and then put that in there? Okay. I'm using the ORM for migrations, and I'm using it like in other places, right? Like these are all my prepared statements in the app that we're using. And I just don't understand why like this subselect is such a pain in the ass. It's so annoying. I just don't know what the difference between some of these things are. Because we could do something like this. We'll try one more time. Because if we can get this to work, it's going to be, life's going to be so much easier. Like this, the SQL itself is not that complicated. This would be sq.execute, and this would get SQL.get placeholder user ID changed around. We could do something like see if I don't prepare this statement. Like that seems fine. And I should be able to reference it right here. But this is where we get the wrong SQL again. Like if I come down here, we're gonna get... All right, that worked a little bit better. That worked a little bit better. So what happens now if we do... can I do anything that's a string? Params. What can I can execute on this? So if we execute and I pass in user ID, maybe this just works and I'm just dumb. Wouldn't be the first time, chat. How good is AI at writing SQL queries? AI is really good at writing SQL. It's not that I have skill issues writing SQL. Like I'm pretty proficient with SQL. It's just the ORM is not generating the SQL I want it to. Maybe. Async main. Async function main. Come in there and we'll yoink in that. We'll do this. Say await that const results equals that. We might have got it. Console.log. We'll do return results, and then we'll come down here and we'll do main.then, and we'll do console.log and console.error. Empty row. I want to see. I want to turn on Drizzle's logging. There it is, logging. We can do that. All right, let's try turning the logger on quick. Logger? I hardly know her. SQL gets crazy if some crazy join stuff is needed. Oh, come on, joins aren't that bad. It's when you have like recursive joins. That's when it gets crazy. Like all this SQL I've written myself for this whole project. Where do we instantiate the client? Right here. So this takes where was that logger? Logger. Is my LSP not working? It's not. What are you building right now? I'm fighting Drizzle. To write, we're trying to get, I'll show you specifically what we're building this morning. We are working on building, getting the data for this chart right here. We have queries for just about, right now we have queries for our data aggregating this, 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 and yeah, so that data, basically this top part, we have all the data pulled from Excel sheets that we're parsing, and we're going to turn this Power BI dashboard into an actual dashboard in our app. I am just struggling to get a very simple SQL statement working because Drizzle is being a pain in the ass. True. All right, that's going to give us a logger. And there is the query. Let's have ChatGPT format it. Format this. I can. It looks like I can, but it's not a prepared statement, which is annoying. I wanted it to be a prepared statement. See, this looks right. The params on this look correct. So we say on performance metric, user ID is 1. User ID comes in, that's correct. The second, all right, that looks like the right SQL, but we're getting no results. So I'm wondering if it's this. It's using an inner join, which should be fine. There we go. Got it. It doesn't give me. It doesn't give me all the data. We didn't join on the row correctly. Into. We should see 16. Format and fill in this query with the params. Hell yeah, I'm the motherfucking princess. It's true. 6412 got me a lovely card for my birthday saying that I am the princess. And I am the princess. Alright. So let's grab this guy. And if we come over into our database and we drop you in, I want to compare select user ID order by limit 1. Ah, the limit's not there. If we run that, we get 3 results. We get 59 rows? What? It's because we're not limiting. Right? If we come in here and add limit 1 and now run it, we get 28 or 19. Now that is what we would expect. So is it just that I'm missing the limit? So we come in here and I add to this thing dot limit, and we want 1. But now I think our query is going to turn wrong because it's going to put in okay, that seems right. So why is it saying that we get 1 row? Now fill out this query. Okay, that's the right query. That is the right query. But we're not getting all the rows back. We're getting 1 row back. Why would that be? How am I supposed to do this? The crazy thing is it's executing the correct SQL. I just don't understand. This is so stupid. Alright, we are just gonna write our own thing here. As annoying as this is. Alright, it's gonna be SQL. This is going to equal and we'll just come over here and grab this SQL here. Yoink that, move that back over. That goes in here. This needs to be we need to fill this in right here. And I forget how to do this. It's like user ID or something. I always forget how to use tag template literals. Let's see here. We got back to drizzle docs. All right, where's the freaking SQL in here? Raw SQL execution. All right. So this is just gonna have to be a function. We can emulate the emulate the same interface as our other prepared statements. That way we don't have like this one-off like stupid. This is going to take user ID, which will be user ID is a string, and we'll just come over here and we'll do this, and we'll do return db.execute, and we'll take you. Not for far too long. You remember me at all? We'll do that. We get user ID there. Wonder if we can prepare db.prepare. No. Whatever. All right, let's see what this thing says. All. I don't think I should have to, but we can check that. Because technically, I think we could do We have except all, intersect all, union all. I don't think that's what we want. But it looks like we can still make a prepared statement. I think I can do, let's just say PS equals db dot client. This should give me the Postgres. And we can do prepare. Is that not the underlying client? How do I get... I think that PS will have a prepare on it. Console.log. Prepate. And that's okay. Oh, it's because it's an underscore. Prepare is undefined. Okay, so it's not there. I wonder if that's hallucinated. Well, that seems like what we want. Execute user ID. What did we do wrong here? We passed in the user ID. Bro, I have no idea what is happening right now. Could not determine data type. Why is it so hard to run a simple SQL statement? Oh my God. Is that really the problem? There it is, chat. Okay. Let's make sure the length is correct. What an adventure that was to get just a freaking SQL statement to go, right? God damn. We should see 19. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Good God. All right, well, that's at least working now. Complete failure on Drizzle's part. So now we want to go to, yeah, in here. We don't need to do all this querying anymore. I like using the query API for more nested SQL like that. I haven't used the... Oh, excuse me. Oh, we have to make coffee in a minute. Once we get the data to the UI, I'm going to make coffee. And once we get this chart in, we're going to switch projects for the rest of the morning. So let's knock this out quick. I'm going to just go into focus mode to get this done and the data to the UI. And I'm going to ignore chat for a couple minutes because I want to get to working on the budget app. So just give me a bit here. That's not the right. There we go. All right. so funny that this song slaps so hard and the lyrics are absolutely absurd. Hi.
Buddy.
He doesn't care.
They got applesauce treats this morning,
Nice.
so they're very distracted.
I am trying to get to doing our budget thing this morning. I'm
If you don't
ignoring
get to
chat
that's
right now.
That's so rude. I was wondering why it was so quiet.
I'm in focus mode.
Oh,
We're in the zone.
Winnie, don't do that on stream. So don't send Bodhi in here. Go tell him good morning now. Now that you aren't distracted by everyone's applesauce.
Good morning, Bodhi. Up. Good morning. Say good morning to chat. Good boy. Yeah.
He had to make sure everyone ate all of their applesauce.
Nice.
I think that's the first time he's had applesauce, so he's freaking out.
It's definitely not the first time he's had applesauce. I'd give him extra applesauce.
Oh, then never mind. Well, he had applesauce and is freaking out.
Nice.
Because they got their preventions this morning.
Oh, nice.
Baxter, what happened?
Alright, will you shut my door? There's cold air coming in. It's cold.
Yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate
Okay.
you.
What?
I said appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Come on. Good boys.
Alright, chat. Once we get this data to the front end, I will read chat again. We're pretty close here. Okay, now we should see that this is Why? Okay, I'll catch up on chat while this is loading here. We're close to getting this. Let's see here. Try blah blah blah. Read all that. Maury, you have a MacBook 13. I use a MacBook 13. Lyrics amazing, kind of like your stream. It slaps hard, but then when we look at your lyrics and see JavaScript, this is why Justine wants to stream. Hey Justine, please read my last two messages out loud. She would never ignore chat. It's true. If she knew you guys were talking to her, she wouldn't ignore chat at all. Can I pet that dog? Should we take Bodhi to Sweden for a week? Deal. I am not using RxJS. I use EffectTS. Opinion on base Vue.js. I haven't written Vue since like 2018, and the only thing I ever built for Vue is I wrote the Urkel adapter for Vue from Formidable Labs, and that's all I really ever touched with it. I prefer React, and Svelte's pretty nice too. Urkel is GraphQL client. This thing. I wrote the original. It used to be maintained by Formidable Labs. I wrote the original Vue adapter. So this was originally written by me. None of this is my code anymore, but no, I don't use Urkel over RxJS. I use EffectTS. This is what I use. This is what I use to write all my server side. This is what I pretty much use to write all my TypeScript now. Which, if I can get this data to the UI and we can render that chart and another little card, we're going to start a new service completely unrelated to this client app. So undefined is not an object when evaluating report.total 310.1. So oh, it's under summary. I typed this wrong here. This would be report and summary. We need another one of these guys. And this will be summary. And now everywhere in here that we have %s, we have report dot. We want to change that to report dot summary dot. Ha, that's so stupid. Something's wrong here. Oh, dude, I fucked this up. Why did it put my cursor? Dude, I hate that about... Something about Svelte's LSP pushes my selection down the list. Drives me crazy.
Functions describe the world.
Alright, where is the next error? I really fucked up on this find and replace, huh? Now my LSP is confused. Dylan, you mean that Arch Linux package manager? Yeah, but I'm expecting the best mod from demo is like, if I'd say enhanced graphics mod, lol. It's a guy called Anders. He's so nice and listens to Ava all the time. Beep boop. I always knew Anders was a AI. Freaking knew it, chat. It was so obvious in hindsight. I literally can't find where this error is at in here. So we're just gonna right quit out. Go back in and see if our language server wants to be more helpful this time around. God damn it. Dude, I don't know where the problem's at in here. All right, so we're getting autocompletes on this. At some point, it's just gonna break. We get our report. So here it looks like we're broken, right? Because that's not formatting. So we want to just go look for report. Yeah, it's broke here. I'm not getting any sort of autocomplete. So it breaks before this snippet. It's definitely this thing's a problem. In fact, we can just get rid of this report table, honestly, because we're not rendering that anymore. So let's get rid of that, and we're just gonna do like dense table dot txt. Throw that in there for now, and then we'll go back. All right, now we've got some errors. There it is. With the Yep, we don't need this because we're not rendering the table anymore. Aha! I think I'm getting conflicting. Yeah, I was getting double moves. I set up raycast to work like rectangle or use rectangle keybinds. Okay, so we want the browser, and we want here, we're still getting a 500. Undefined is not an object evaluating report.summary.income capture.total income. Let's see if we're getting, right, we wouldn't see anything there. Let's go to our server, right? Data.report. Why are you upset? Types of property summary. I wonder if we just didn't put that nested under a summary key. No, we did. Right, if we look at report dot summary dot, oh, right, I'm a silly goose, chat. I'm just the silliest goose that ever sillied. There we go. There we go. That looks better. All right, now we can add our new data points one by one. So we'll add closes per open next. Aha, we did get an error on closes per open. That's okay. Let's just pass it through. Closes per open promise. Change that. Paste that there. And now we take closes per open through. It actually crashed our dev server, so that's super sick. Missing from clause entry for table performance metric report referrals per ask. Sus? Do we think that's true? It's a PG table. We have select star from performance metric. That looks fine. That looks like good SQL. I think that SQL's right. Thank you for the follows, David. Appreciate ya. He's so nice. He listens. Lol. Ridiculous. This is a really weird error. Don't we think, chat? What the hell is happening here? How did I do this? So it doesn't like something about this referrals per ask. And why would it not like... We go there, it's the table. I guess we can, how can we debug this? We'll just do another async function main, and let's drop in here, and we'll just do const results equals await performance metric reports referral asked by report ID, and we need a report ID. PMET, is that right? Performance metric, yeah. Execute, and that's going to take a report ID, and now do that, get rid of that, put that there. We'll come down here and we'll run main. Main.then console.log and console.error. And then we'll say then we need a thunk process.exit 0. Now if we do z drizzle and we do bun run queries, we get nothing because we don't return results. That might help. Okay, so we get that. Why? Is this being pissy about, do we do something stupid up here? Referrals by ask promise, referrals by execute report ID, then rows.rows.at. I mean, let's try this and we'll just run this. Instead. Right, that doesn't need to execute. All right, let's try running that again. All right, so we do get the error here. Missing from clause entry for table, performance metric report, referrals per ask, select report ID, blah, 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 from performance metric report, referrals per ask, dot report ID is the param.
Describe the world.
I typoed, chat. I typoed. I'm guessing right here's the issue. Would you look at that? Whoops. There we go. Nice. Okay. So if we go back to front, fun run, dev, we should see this data come through now. And I can actually update this to return the rest of the data. I feel pretty good that I just fixed that. Yeah. All right, we'll turn focus mode off. And I will be more diligent on chat now. You guys are just harassing the AI. Just watch out for the bureaucracy. That's hilarious. Got 9 out of 10 though. That's pretty good. I just saved everybody from ads at the very last second. Frack, now what? Premium per new household does not exist. What do you mean? What do you mean? I feel like that Jennifer Lawrence. What do you mean? I want to move this and get this higher up. Get activity event. Yeah, throw it right there. So what did it say it was pissy about? Premium per new household. Bum, 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 bum. Referrals for ask. Performance metric. Yeah, that looks good. Important data points. That looks good. Premium versus kept. I wonder. Oh, it's under important data points. Premium per new household does not exist. You're right, it does not exist. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. Premium per new household. Premium per new. Oh,
Functions describe the world.
Skill issued myself. Surprise. Nobody is surprised. We already know. Yeah, I know. Chat, it's rough being me. I'll tell you what. All right, if we get the data to the UI, we're gonna pivot projects here for the last hour, and we're gonna crank on a new project because I need it for my personal life. And it looks like we got some data. I'm not sure why it crashed. But that is our full report right there, which looks quite splendid. Oh. Write a note. Update premium versus kept to include month, year. I'm not sure why that crashed. Literally getting no response from the server. Let's get rid of this. Oh, it's because it's hitting that process exit. That's funny. I want to do one thing real quick. One last thing. I just wrote it down, but I think I can fix it pretty quickly. On our premium, this one needs a, we should be filtering on, where's kept? Yeah, this one, where row is month. And when the row is a month, no, that's not what I want. I want this one, and I want to filter on type month. Now we can close that, and I want to see, we have month and year. Yeah. All right. I want to grab a month and year from this yet. So let's update this to grab, like right here, we want report row dot month. As month, and then we're gonna copy that, and then we'll do a little find and replace on month, and we'll make that year. We'll do that, and we'll do a quick migration, migrate, generate, and then migrate. And now when we go over here, I want to do bun run dev. We should get an inspect, I think. At least right here. Yeah, data.report. I'm hoping this server renders. Worst case, I'll just console log it on the server quick and we'll be done. What's that upset about? Thought I fixed that. What? How does that still have an issue? I don't need to get the data. We'll try one more time to get it to the front end. Then otherwise, I'm just gonna run the, I'm gonna get that script back and just make sure we get the month and date. The reason I just did what I did is because this data is a data set that's logging data over time, and I just didn't have the time interval. There we go. Worked on our last try. So if we look at our report, right? So here's our report. We have the period it starts, the period it ends. We have our summary. We have all that on here. Premium versus kept. This is the thing we just fixed. I don't know why that doesn't have the month on it. Why would that happen? Did we not just migrate that? From month. Premium versus kept. Oh, I didn't actually include it in the selection. I'm dumb. Month. Dot not null. And then this will be year. This will be numeric. Year. Dot type is going to be a number. Not null. One more time. This should not generate anything. Yep. Back over here. Restart our server one more time, and now we should see the month intervals. Do I ever get bored of TypeScript? Yeah, I wish I was writing OCaml or Gleam or Rust. I'm interested in potentially exploring Swift a little bit. Seems like it's getting to be more general purpose, and it seems like what I wish Go was. All right, there we go. We got our month and year, so now we can dump this into a chart and plot that super easily. Okay, we got all our data. All right, we're pivoting projects, chat. We are going to take a side quest for a day or 2 or 3, and we are going to be doing building a budget syncing app for Splitwise and YNAB with AI and EffectTS. Done. Command update today. And then we'll do command update project, the same thing. All right, so Justine and I use 2 apps to budget. We use Splitwise, which lets us split expenses, and then we have our own budget in You Need a Budget. I have an existing app, but it stopped working as well. And there's just some like weird edge cases that require manual intervention, and it's a pain in the ass. So this guy right here, it's open source. If anyone wants to go take a look at it, we are going to rewrite. Boom. And let's quit out of this, and we're going to create a new session. And this will be YNAB. We'll just call this budget sync. Yeah. Rename that to budget sync. And we're gonna go to into personal, and we're going to bun and knit a new project. So what is let's see. Don't need you, don't need you, don't need you. So Splitwise. I'm actually gonna blur my screen to make some test accounts quick. No, we're gonna do this in Effect because I want to do this. I don't want to spend a ton of time on it. I just need it. It's been running 4 years. Like, this is my most used piece of software of all time. All right, we're going to add a new group, and we're going to call this budget sync testing. And we'll do Anders, and we'll say this is going to be Dylan.Mulroy plus Anders at gmail.com. You're going to be splitting a budget with me, Anders. Yeah, Splitwise is great. I actually kind of want to. I have a desire at some point to build a competitor to Splitwise. But we'll see. Settle update, save. All right. Let me go verify this. I just have to set up some accounts quick. I don't want to leak my actual personal finances. Treat them separately. Okay. We got that set up. And I need to go set up a test budget. You need a budget. I think I have one we can use. Test budget. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. I should be good to unblur. All right, so You Need a Budget is a zero-based budgeting app that has made the biggest difference in my life, personal finance-wise. I've been using it since 2015, and I can pretty much tell you where every single penny has gone, whether I spent it or saved it. The other app I use is, I'm logged in as Anders right now. Anders and I are sharing a budget in Splitwise, or a Splitwise group. You can come in and you can add an expense, and I'll just say, like, I don't know, beers at the pub, right? And we'll say it was $20, and we're gonna split it. Let's say we're gonna split it 60-40. All right, come in here, save. So Anders will get back $8 and I owe him $8. So you can see there, and if we logged into my view, it would be the same way, right? In fact, I'm going to log into my view because I need to get my API key. Yeah, you can see Justine and Dylan budget sync testing. I owe that, and then you can settle up, and you can settle up through a cash payment, Venmo, PayPal. Integrations are right there. So what we need to do over here is we have the Splitwise account, right? And that's going to basically keep a running balance of transactions over here. So it's going to sync this transaction to this ledger right here, and we're going to use AI to attempt to categorize it. So that's kind of the gist. Project R10's not complete, but this is something I want to get done for myself. Like I said, I have an existing one that we're going to rewrite if anyone wants to take a look. And we're going to go ahead and bun init. Do I have a budget sync in here yet? What is in budget sync? Nothing. Remove dash rf budget sync. Bun init budget. Will bun init make a new directory? Frick. And git ignore. In fact, we're going to create a new repo, and we're going to call it budget sync. Create new repository, and we're going to call it budget sync. It's going to be me. This will be public for now. Actually, we're going to make it private because I might monetize this at some point. You always have to make your first commit in a repo Batman, because the commit has no parents. All right, we should see this over here. Yep, great. We'll do a bun init. Source slash, yeah, just do source.main.ts. And then we're going to install, Effect. And I know Splitwise has a client. Splitwise API. Third-party SDKs. There's 2 of them here. 3 years ago, 23 minutes ago. How does this work? Splitwise. Oh, great. There's just nothing here. There's no docs. I don't like that. So we'll just use the old one. Let's see if this, we might have to write our own, depending on if they have get notifications. Yeah, they don't. All right, we're gonna have to write our own client. I wonder if we can get a, we might be able to get an open API spec and generate a client from that. Okay, so there's definitely quick to long didn't read on EffectTS. It is a drop-in standard library replacement for TypeScript, and has a bunch of nice stuff with it. All right, I just want the open API spec, please. API docs. Download the open API specification. Great, we got that. Create TypeScript client from open API. 2 days ago. npx, the fastest way, npx at that / path to open API to the client. All right, so we should be able to copy, yeah, we want that. Where, I don't know where my squiggle is. Yeah, downloads / the recent one was open API. Where did that download to? Swagger. Swagger.json to / we'll call it, we'll just copy it in here, then we'll move Swagger to splitwise Swagger.json. And now we can do bunx at hey API / open API TS, and then it'll be -i / splitwise Swagger, and then the output will be source / splitwise.ts, or I guess we'll do that, and then -c is, I don't know what client pitch is. Whatever. At hey API / client fetch. We feeling lucky, chat? That felt pretty good. Source, splitwise, index. We have types. Oh, lordy, look at this. This is beautiful. Tell me that's not amazing. We love code gen. Okay, so we got a splitwise client. Let's I think YNAB has a official client they offer. Chat focus mode. Listen, I'll come read. Relax. I'm coming. What do you use for when you go around to conferences and stuff? I don't know what you mean, Anders.
Is my laptop still in here?
What?
My laptop.
I don't know. What is the command line tool giving you autocomplete? It's fish shell. All right, YNAB.
I'm leaving.
All right, bye.
Bye. I love you. Wait, we gotta go find my laptop.
JavaScript. Install YNAB. Great. What is my error in here? Oh yeah, we have to install this. What was the last time we ran? Did we run bun install? In fact, we did. So we'll do bun install that package and then YNAB. Okay, great. That looks good. All right, so we need to get some environment variables set up. So let's come in here and touch a.envrc. Actually, let's go to our git ignore and add the envrc down here. Ignore.git or .envrc. Or actually, no, I want the envrc, huh? I should copy the same pattern we used in R10 where I do this. Yeah. That's what we want. And then we'll sync from Vercel, because I'm probably going to host this on Vercel to start as a cron job, so I can free up some RAM on my Raspberry Pi. Currently, the script's running on my Raspberry Pi. Then back in our git ignore, does this have m stuff in it? m.local, m. Yeah, it does. All right, so we don't need what we just added. Okay. That looks good. And then in our mvrc, we got that. We will go set up, go grab API keys, and we'll go to Doppler. And we're going to create a new project on Doppler, which manages our environment variables. This is all configured myself. Create workspace, and we're going to call this budget sync. Great. Projects, create, we're just going to call this
Functions describe the world.
Find my laptop.
What?
Can you help me find my laptop?
Can I help you find it?
No.
Oh.
I found it.
Okay.
I was looking, I was like, I worked in Dylan's office yesterday. Where the hell is it? Okay, now I'm really leaving.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, so over here, let's go ahead and grab our environment. Let's get a new API key for YNAB. Count settings, blur my screen quick. Yo, what the fuck? It didn't give me my token. Oh, there it is. All right. Winnie, be quiet. All right, you're out. You're just gonna be Barky, go. All right, let's add this token to Doppler, and we'll come into dev, and we'll add for secret. This is going to be YNAB API key, and that would be that. Add secret. We're going to delete this one. Save. Push that to production. In fact, we can go back over here and we can just delete staging. Okay, that looks good. And now I need to go get an API key for splitwise. So just 1 second, chat. We're almost done blurring. Your count. Where the frack do I get an API key from? All right, there's that key. And we'll go over to Doppler and we'll add another environment variable. And this is going to be splitwise API key. Drop that in there, save that, push that to production. Great. And then we're going to export my secrets. Copy secrets as a .env. And we're going to go put those in .m.local. And we'll leave Doppler. And we'll get out of the developer settings there. We'll stay in that screen. We don't need to be in that screen. Don't need to be in that screen. We want that. Let's move these to the top. And we don't really need that. We can just explore, I guess. All right. There we go, chat. We've got our environment set up and environment variable is good to go. Justine did lose her laptop on my couch. Have each code action listed 2 to 3 times. Sometimes code actions will get replicated. I have something in my config for this. Let me look here. Why did this get so screwed up? I think I'm gonna ditch Nix, maybe even tonight. It just isn't buying me enough value. NVim, Lua, plugins. Where do I put this? I filter out.
Speaks the gospel of the camel. I speak the gospel of the dunes. The sand is in my veins. Come ride a camel with me today.
Let's see here. I thought I did something special here, but maybe it fixed itself. Yeah, maybe I got rid of it. Toggle diagnostics, set file type. I think I'm gonna ditch snacks too. I'm not really digging snacks. I think I'm gonna use the mini ecosystem instead of snacks. We'll see. All right. I can't find what I was looking for, sorry. All right. Let's see if we can authenticate. Let's just come in here and we'll add a YNAB and get a client. We're gonna have to wrap these with effect. Text.ts. Let's see if we can even just ooh, we should set up Yak. That's going to be very helpful. We'll get the most recent version. We start Yak. So we're going to do a new workspace, and this will be budget sync create workspace, and we should be able to we'll say this is going to be splitwise. Can I import There has to be a way to import. Import. We go to code, personal, budget sync, splitwise swagger, open, import. I want to move these. Can I highlight all of these? All right, I guess this will just be in different workspaces. That's fine. Global variables. I'm going to need my API key quick. Which is in here, and we'll come and yoink that, and we'll come over here, and this will be splitwise API key. Boom. Do that. And then let's see if I can just like get Fuck, I did not install CleanShot. Here, I'll add it to my to-do list. So I actually do it. Install CleanShot. There, it's written down, it will happen. Get notifications, the headers. We need to give it auth. Like this isn't doing anything. Invalid API request, you're not logged in. Yeah, how do I authenticate? We need to figure out how to authenticate. Splitwise API. Authentication. Bearer API key, great. So we can come over here, and if I just add auth, this will be a bearer token, and this will be splitwise API key. Bearer Y. Is that not what it said to do? This is making me nervous having this open. I must have had this figured out before, right? Because if we go look at my other project, right? I wrote my own client back in the day because one didn't exist and there wasn't good code gen tools like 5-6 years ago when I originally wrote this. So how was I doing auth over here? Splitwise, client. API key. We create the API key. When we fetch, that seems right, huh? That's what we're passing. Unless I copied my API key wrong. Hold on. Wait. Okay, so I must have copy pasted that wrong. Oh, there's fucking quotes. Dude. There we go. Okay. Let me get out of this screen before I leak an API key. All right, there we go. So now we can see over here that we have our notifications, right? And we're actually going to use can I filter notifications on group? Params limit splitwise API notifications. Ooh, I can't. I mean, we can filter by group. So this is our group ID right here. Let me add that as a environment variable, I guess. All right, I'm gonna blur again. We'll say, we'll do a test environment. And we'll get group ID. Throw that there. That's good. Save that. Go to Doppler. Add that. Add secret. And this will be split wise group ID. Paste that in. Save. Yeah, we'll push that to production. And then let me go update my envars. Just real quick. will be splitwise group ID. It's not sensitive, but I'll do that. Cloak line. All right. Okay. Get out of Doppler. Get over here. Okay, so we have. We'll say this is test environment. Good. Okay, there we go. Let me unblur. All right. So the way I did this previously, chat, is I would, in fact, let's just look at the code at like the, I don't know, algorithm that I used to sync before. So in the old version of this, what I would do is I would run this. This is like the entry point right here, this sync. So I would use this code sync transaction service to get the most recent sync date. And what that does under the covers is it would get the most recent transaction that I synced from Splitwise to YNAB. I would then get expenses using the get expenses API. Right? Where is it in here? I'm gonna have to reorganize this list. Get expense information. I don't even see it. List the current user's expenses, right? I would issue this, and let's see here. I would pass in updated after, and I would pass in the group ID, which we can place splitwise. Can I put just group ID? Yeah, group ID in here, and I need my user ID. We'll get that in a second, but I'd basically get all the expenses for me updated after a certain time. And then I would try to figure out, this is where things have started causing headaches, right? Is that I would figure out what's a new expense, what are updated expenses, what expenses got deleted, and then I would map them into just a lookup map. So we would go through the expenses we found, we'd figure out if it's the initial sync, we would go and index that. If it was a payment, we would check to see if we already synced the existing payment, blah, 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 go through all this stuff. Then we would do the same thing for updated, and then we did for new, and finally for deleted expenses. And that logic is not great, and it fails. When it fails, doesn't fail often, but it fails often enough that it's really annoying and requires like 20 to 30 minutes of my time to map out what went wrong and to fix the data and get my budget back in order. So data integrity is very important. So my plan this time around is to use this get notifications API, which if we look at the sheet for this, get notifications returns this this list of, is this not going to show me? Yeah, here we go. We get this list of notifications, and they all have this type. So we have expense added, expense updated, expense deleted, and then expense undeleted. And this, when a transaction gets undeleted, that is a for sure situation where it takes manual intervention for me at the moment. So what we can do is we can keep doing this like updated after approach, right? Because this API still takes that. So we'll look at our, essentially, we'll look at the most recent sync timestamp, and we will query these. We'll filter it on group,
describe the world.
Which is annoying that I can't filter on group. So let's actually write that code, right? Like we can do that. Because if we look here, we have this updated after timestamp, and we get a list of several items. All right, we'll come in here, create it at, this is an expense. I have an idea. Is that a good idea? No, it's not. So while we're testing, I'm just gonna have to filter out. Well, it's gonna be good to do anyways, yeah. So when we see this source type of an event and we see type 0, we know that's an expense created. So we could take, this is, with me and Justine, this is, where's the one that I did for the test account? That's also that one. Beers at the pub, here we go. So we have this expense ID, right? And we should be able to get expense information. So for each one of these, let's add in our auth. That's gonna be bearer token, and this will be API key params. ID is going to be this. We hit that, and now we have this transaction, right? We see it's for a group. We'll have to filter this, which is going to be annoying, but that's okay. Yeah, this looks good. Category. So it did some form of auto categorization that we can use this possibly with the AI to help do that. And then down here is how it splits up stuff. So for the first user, for unders, it's saying that they paid $20, they're owed 12, and the net balance is 8. And then for me, I didn't pay anything, I owe, and my net balance is, I owe $8 in this group. So what happens now if I go into Splitwise, and one thing I want to make sure is if I like look at notifications, if it deletes them from the query, like is looking at, I just leaked my API key. That's awesome. I'll just roll that after stream. Or actually, I'll do that now because that's important. God damn it. The back button screwed me, chat. We didn't even write a single line of code yet, and we have a fucking key leak. You love to see it. All right, key has been rolled, and we're just gonna close that and go back over here to our environments, global, replace that, throw that in, and throw that there. That's good. That should still work. Great. All right, API keys rolled. So we look at recent activity. So this is what we're pulling, right? Like this is the notifications. And I'm hoping that if I come over here, this doesn't, okay, cool. So viewing them doesn't mark them as red. So I wonder if I come in here then and like I come to this, edit expense, and I just say beers at the Prancing Pony. Right? Save that. And we get this. Expense, the type is 1, so that should be an update. Yeah. And now I can, those are probably the same thing. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so this is gonna work well. So we know this is a expense update for this expense. And great, that's gonna work well. Anders, I would absolutely go to a gay club with you, but I'm also disappointed that you don't know what the Prancing Pony is. Come on now. It's the bar from Lord of the Rings, and it's a real place in the Cotswolds that J.R. Tolkien used to sit. It's a pub in the Cotswolds in the UK that J.R. Tolkien would leave Oxford to go write at. Candy Mountain, Charlie. We gotta go to Candy Mountain, Charlie. All right, Vim in here. We're gonna have to update this. Oh no, there's nothing in the register. All right, I'm gonna do this quick and update my API key in code. Copy that and paste that there. Save that. Quit out of that. Vim in here. We're gonna go to main, and let's see if we can. We're still blurred. Let's say import splitwise from /splitwise. Is that a thing? Has no default exports. Index from SDK. What do you get? Oh, it's just. Okay, that's fine. Import star as splitwise. Yeah. So we should be able to say like splitwise dot get notifications. And this is going to take some data. Auth is going to take our token. So we need to get an auth token. Auth. Can I just set the headers? So I suppose we can probably just do headers, right? Headers, and then we'll wrap this into a nicer client tomorrow. So this will be authentication, and this will be bearer process.m. Splitwise API token, right? And we should see this const result equals await. We're using bun, so we have top level await. We get data. So let's just change in here result, and we'll do a little /n action, and we'll do a JSON stringify result null to, and let's run this bun run source /main. Pain. Key. Gonna blur my screen quick. Cloak, preview line. Oh, yeah. Good luck. Good luck. Thank you, chat. All right, we gotta wrap up here. Authentication. It should be authorization. And I also spelled splitwise wrong. So we had a bunch of issues here. Splitwise API key. We're getting this working. Authorization bearer space. Let me go make sure I have the right API key quick. Which I don't. It didn't update. All right, let's try this. Boom, there it is, chat. Look at that. Look at that. All right, that's a pretty, yeah, it's another runtime for TypeScript that like supports TypeScript natively. So you don't have like a compilation step or annoying build tooling. All right, we're gonna do this, git commit, and we'll say add clients, git push. Great. All right, chat. So we have that working, right? We can query, we can get our notifications. I think we're gonna set up a DynamoDB table to do this. So it's gonna literally just cost me like less than a penny to run in a month. But we'll get to that. I might do that tonight so I don't have to fuck around at an AWS console tomorrow. Or we could also check out using SST. Might be interesting to use. So we'll try that tomorrow. Let's find somebody to raid, shall we? Thank you everyone for hanging out. Appreciate y'all.
Functions describe the world.
Thank you for the follows. I like DynamoDB. I had a lot of misconceptions about Dynamo until the past month or two, and then I took time to actually learn how it works. And Dynamo is quite good. Dynamo, you basically, if you use a single table, which I like, don't use single table design if you're using Dynamo. You, I might make a video on it. That would be a good video. But you basically get to build like your own database engine by using what my good friend Ty calls thoughtful string comparisons and concatenation. So that is what we'll get in tomorrow. In fact, we might spend the first hour again on project or on R10 tomorrow, trying to get that chart going, and then we'll spend the following 2 hours on this. And if Justine goes to the gym tonight, I might actually keep working on this because I just want to get it done and out of the way and working because it sucks not having. We got Zig going. We got Closure going. Game dev. We'll do Zig. All right, chat. Have a lovely Tuesday, and we'll be back tomorrow.